99% of girls can't answer this question.
Bang the attractive guy and long-term marry the rich guy. But what do you bring to the table?
That's a very good one. Very good one.
We want to go around the table with that one.
So, okay, I'll add a caveat to that as
Yeah,
well,
sure,
right?
go ahead.
So, for example, what do you bring to the table outside of sex?
Say again?
Okay, what do you bring to the table?
You spoke Chinese, or
Foreign question. Okay.
I don't understand what she didn't understand. Is she dumb?
Miss Mexico.
Yes.
What do you bring to the table to a man, right, that you're taking serious,
Yeah.
outside of sex?
What do you think she will bring
No,
besides?
I'm going on the panel.
Have you ever been in a relationship that you obviously have sex, but what does she bring to the table besides that? Tell me.
Well, I'm asking you the question.
That's not how it works.
I have an answer, but I'd like to know yours.
Okay, well, let's go on the panel first, and then we'll ask your question.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm definitely supportive. I'm definitely ambitious, and I like to be a part of your idea. So I can say comprehensive. Yeah, I got my emotions sometimes, and I want to say my opinion. But overall, like, I have really good intentions. I want to see you grow, because if you grow, I grow. Obviously, good sex. Great communication, and I'm definitely adventurous. So I'm super down. I'm open-minded. I'm down. So I'm fun, and that's what I bring to the table.
Okay, but we mentioned no sex.
Okay, no sex. Besides no sex, okay.
Don't
yeah,
listen.
I'm supportive.
Women don't
I'm
listen.
ambitious. I'm adventurous. I'm definitely open-minded. You know, to a lot of things. So yeah, I'm a good time. I'm a good time.
All right.
My answer is I don't know. I don't know what I would bring to the table. This is me. You like it, you don't, let's find out. Let's figure it out together.
Okay,
Stay away from her, kids. Stay away from her. Oh, well. Stay away from her, guys. Stay away from her.
you're keeping it real. I like that. At least you're being honest.
Wait, you said you have a boyfriend though, right?
Yeah, I do.
Well, what do you do for him then?
Oh, a lot of things. Do you want to know?
I mean, we literally just asked you that.
Do you want to ask him?
Yeah.
I think she's dumb. She might be a little slow in the head. I mean, she's a little slow in the head. We can tell.
I'm asking you. I mean, you said I'm not sure what I bring to the table, and then I'm like, wait, aren't you in a relationship?
Honestly, when I'm in a relationship, I'm not like, what am I bringing to the table? Is he happy if I do this? I don't question myself all the time. I'm like, this is who I am. Maybe today.
But you notice something interesting?
Yes.
When you were asked what you're looking for long term, you had a laundry list of stuff you mentioned. But then when you're asked what
I just said fun, good sex, and somebody who would like change with me, and we both like.
Oh, so she wants somebody to change with her, but she don't care about if she gotta change. That's what it is.
Grow together.
Okay, so let's say you brought 4 things, but then when you were asked what do you bring to that person, then you're like, I don't know. Do you understand how there's like a confusion there?
It's not confusing for me. I don't know if there's somebody else that's not as confused as you.
All right, I'll be the confused one. I'll take that.
All right. So I think I bring a lot to the table. I'm super motivative. Like, you just want to be my man. You need the support system. And I'm all about my man. I support him. I encourage him. I motivate him. I push him. I'm there for him. I love him. I'm all about him as long as he's all about me.
Okay. So you cater to your man then?
Yeah.
All right.
Does that include if he wants to have sex with other girls though?
Absolutely not. You already know that.
Then in that case, she does not support you, my gentleman.
Stop it. We're not going there.
In that case, she does not support you. Okay.
Well, for me, it's a best friend. I bring in perspective. I teach them. Also, with my current boyfriend, for example, I'm teaching him Spanish. But definitely a best friend, somebody that you can rely on, that you can talk to, that you can play with, that you can just feel like yourself with no armory, You can just relax and be yourself without the stress that goes on in the world.
So no judgment.
No judgment.
Does he like?
There's
does
a
he
type
talk
of
about his?
unconditional love.
Does he? Wait, you said unconditional love?
There's a type of unconditional love because when it comes to friendship, when you have a friendship with someone, you love them.
He finna say, does he get allowed to sleep with other women? Watch.
For who they are, flaws and all.
So you're telling me that your relationship is unconditional love?
As of now, yeah, I would say so.
Okay. All right, excellent. All right.
Oh, He got me. I thought he was finna get on her ass.
I believe that that's a fallacy. All love is conditional, especially on the female side, but that's okay.
At some point, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Because if
cap.
he lost, if he lost his
if,
job,
if you're saying definitely out of your experiences, then you're telling your life, definitely. Because there exists unconditional love.
I agree with her.
Is all love from a female, or did he say is all love unconditional, or is it conditional? That's what he said. He said all love is conditional. So is all love conditional,
You have unconditional
or can you love unconditionally?
love from your mother, you have unconditional love from a brother,
yes.
and it does
That's family
exist.
love.
And
That's
if you
family
haven't
love.
experienced it, then you would say it doesn't.
That's
you know,
that's family.
I
love.
would ask you, if you're married to somebody,
hypotheticals.
hypothetical, right?
Mhm.
10 years from now, you're married to somebody, you have 3 kids.
Mhm.
He stops working, he stops fucking you, stops talking to you, stops basically being involved with you.
Yeah.
And you would still love this man if you kept that up?
I would still love them, but I would definitely have to love myself more in order to leave and let them figure out their life. Because a lot of times women want men to change, but people don't realize that you can't make people change. People have to go through their own process. And sometimes that process requires them to hit rock bottom. So if that person needs to go through their journey and you not being there is part of that, and you do it out of love, then that is necessary. And
Karen is draining. Be enjoyable.
when that person is able to change and go back to you, you truly love them. You would take them back because you know who you fell in love with. You know who that person is. And everybody has downs. Everybody goes through depression. Everybody has bad moments, you know.
Yeah.
All right, let me translate that womanese for you guys. Basically, what she's saying is, as long as you continue to be who you were when I first met you, then I will be
I don't
there.
think she
But-
said
No,
that.
I did
But,
not say that. That is mansplaining. And you're
Yes.
changing my words.
Yeah, well, and basically, what I am saying is that I'm just translating because you said a lot there without really saying much. But what it really, it
I
gets-
heard a lot. I don't know
There is
about
a lot,
you,
yeah.
but
But that's not unconditional love.
that's not unconditional love, though.
what is unconditional
What is
love for you?
unconditional love for you?
It means when you love somebody.
No,
matter
for
what it
him,
is-
for him, for
Okay.
you, Mr. Fresh Fit.
No. It's very simple. There's no such thing as unconditional love. There's conditions to everything in the world. And the reason why I had to say something was because men don't listen to that advice ever. Because women will say that to you. Oh, unconditional love, and I'm gonna love you, whatever.
As
And
long as you make somebody outside
Can
from
you let me- can
yourself
you let me finish? Can you
responsible,
let me
it's going to be a
finish? Can you let me
conditional
finish?
love.
You let me finish? Okay. So
Please
what I was
finish.
saying is that love is always conditional to some degree. As a man, you have to bring something to the table for a woman to love you. Now, I get what you guys are saying, the Disney
But-
fairy tale, but that's not how the world works.
I think that's what you've
Can you stop
learned
cutting me
in
off?
life.
Seriously, can you stop cutting me off?
Do you feel like I'm cutting you
You
off?
are.
Yeah.
I think this was like
You've
a
done it twice
conversation, not
now.
a monologue.
No. Did you not ask a question?
I'm sorry?
Did you not ask me a question?
Yeah,
So,
I was asking you
unconditional
what
love,
is
which I was
unconditional
doing,
love.
and then you cut me off twice. I cut,
He getting on her ass.
Are you mad?
Hey, listen.
not at all. But
Martin.
you think
Because
you should stop it.
I'm under the impression that you just got like super mad.
No. It's rude to cut people off.
No,
especially on their own
I
platform.
was trying to just.
Hey, pause. Listen, end of the day, I
Say
told you
something.
before the show, right? It's a podcast. Don't cut Marin off. I explicitly said this over and over again. Yes, it's me. I'm the producer, okay? Do not cut Marin off. It's
You
bad
see
radio.
how she just looked? Oh, she funny. She don't give a fuck.
Yes, it's me. I'm the producer, okay? Do not
She
cut
rolled
Marin
her
off.
eyes.
It's
She
bad
don't give
radio.
a fuck.
Now, you get one final warning. If not, we have 3 ladies on the couch.
Oh,
More
I
than-
don't mind
You know
leaving
what?
this show if
Goodbye.
I'm not allowed to
Get
out.
talk.
Goodbye. Thank
Okay,
you.
Alright,
bye.
get out.
Show if
Goodbye.
I'm not allowed to
Goodbye.
talk.
Get the fuck out.
Goodbye.
Oh,
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
You gotta
Alright.
respect the platform and not cut people off.
Thank you.
I'm myself.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, go ahead.
yourself you can take yourself outside. Okay.
Thank you. Trey,
How'd you
Deanna,
go?
thank you, Trey.
All right.
Okay,
What
so
the hell?
one
No, you can take
One
yourself
down.
outside.
Okay.
No, you're not gonna use the restroom.
So, you know what? I thought this was going to be a great show.
We
I
just
mean,
have to.
it's a bad show.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we know Fred Castle coming up. But, there you go. We can let him handle that.
I think
Yeah.
it's just
So, Fresh,
bad
go ahead,
to
Fresh.
think that one holds the truth. So let's just keep an open mind,
Mm.
you know, listen to each other and be willing to also change our own perspectives
Mm.
because that's what actually makes a good dialogue.
Mm.
So
Yep.
let's keep it on that note.
I do agree with you, but you did say that there is unconditional love. you said something else that said there isn't, because you said if he wasn't loving you how you wanted to love you, you would go away.
No.
Out of love, but it would be out of love.
Um,
Because let me know if I paraphrase. I want to make sure I understood.
Yeah, sure.
Essentially,
Explain.
for you, if you love somebody, sometimes you have to leave them because it's the compassionate thing to do, so that they can figure themselves out, and you're doing that out of love. Is that correct?
When you try to change someone, it puts on more stress for them, the feeling of having to change because you are disappointing your loved one. So sometimes people have to take their own journeys.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, sometimes you have to leave out of love for them to figure themselves out. And that is okay. It is completely normal. It's just like when you leave your house, your mom, because you got mad at her, and then you go and you figure yourself out, and then you come back. And that's...
You don't want to come back. What are you talking about? When you leave your mom's house, you don't want to come back. I don't understand what you mean.
An explanation, a hypothetical of a teenager that has to go back to the house. But if you're talking about someone that you're married to, as you said in your example, you have 3 kids with them and blah, 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 then definitely,
Yeah, we
if
all
you
confused.
want to raise your kids in a good way and your person is not in a good mental space and they need to figure themselves out, then definitely you need to let them go and wait for them in case they want to change, because it's a personal choice. You can't change people.
Okay.
But hold on. Nah. Because, right, if you are a mother and your son does something crazy, you still love him.
Of
if your
course.
husband...
Isn't that unconditional love?
Yeah, that's a mother and son. But if your husband cheats on you, does a bunch of crap to you, are you going to love him and take him back? Probably not. So that's not unconditional love.
It does exist, though. Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. You're aware of it, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
She took him back.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, I like this.
She has a kid with him.
Yeah.
She has a kid with him, right? Blue.
You want to handle this?
You know what? Listen, there's some women who understand that there's things that matter more in life than whether or not your man is loyal. Some people believe in legacy. Some people build an empire. She knows that if she probably left the man, everything that they've been striving for together would probably just not work out, and they'd have to do things apart.
Right.
So sometimes you sacrifice. That's not necessarily an indication of unconditional love.
Yeah,
it just means like, you know what? I'm gonna tolerate this because I believe that the thing that we're working for is more important. And I would also say this. I'm not mad at you. You have your ideas. You have your perception of love or whatever it is.
There's no reason to be mad.
But I would also say, as you get older in life, you start to realize that there are conditions and there are asterisks. Whether it's marriage, whether it's love, it's like, if you don't hold up your end to the bargain and it goes on long enough, I got to go deuces. And you can say, oh, I still love you and I'm doing this so it can help you change, because you need to realize rock bottom. But from the man's perspective, it's like, you're bailing because I'm not doing what you need me to do and you don't love me unconditionally. It was based off of whether or not I met those needs.
I think that's just one perspective.
Sure.
Definitely there's many perspectives to that. If you talk about marriage, then you have vows. And if you break those vows, then it's kind of like breaking love. But when you have those vows and you say till love do us part, sickness and death and whatever,
chipmunk. He looked like
what
Theodore.
you're saying is you're staying with that person even though you know there will be disagreements and mistakes. And the thing is, you are promising to work it out. When you cannot work it out, that's when you get a divorce, right? You're breaking your vows. You're basically falling on your own ways because you are deciding to do so. It does not mean that you one day from another decide, I'm not going to love that person
Just
anymore.
don't get married, guys.
We're all humans, you know? People still love even though they understand that they have to leave each other for the
She been
greater
talking
good.
the
Because you don't
whole
want to
time.
raise a kid with 2 parents that are constantly fighting or that simply cannot get along anymore because of the different perspectives and views.
Okay.
But when you get
Let her-
married,
let
that's
it
what
go
you're
on.
promising to do. You're
Go
promising
to the
to
next
figure
person.
it out together.
Go ahead.
That sounds great, but women initiate over 80% of the divorces.
I was about
But
to say.
you know, it is what it is, right?
Look,
So-
I want to
Hold on.
say something here. It is not a
You've been
debate
saying
about
something the
women
whole
against
time.
men. I think that's something that I feel it in the table. Like
Who's still
there's
debating against
Hold
that?
on. Here's the thing, though. Your feelings are irrelevant to fact.
but I'm not talking about feelings. Mostly I'm talking about the fact that
She
we are
just
all
said, "I
humans
feel like."
and
Hold
humans
on.
have feelings. So
Thing, though. Your feel.
about women against to
Hold on.
say something here. It is not a debate about women against men. I think that's something that it feels. I feel it in the table. Like
We'll still
there's.
debate against
Hold
that.
on. Here's the thing, though. Your feelings are irrelevant to fact.
But I'm not talking about feelings. Mostly, I'm talking about the fact that we are all humans, and humans have feelings, and you are mostly an emotional being. More than you want to think that you are a logical being, you are a highly emotional being.
Okay.
And you might want to deny that, but the truth is, you just had an altercation with somebody else, told them to leave out of emotion.
No, out of principle and fact. She cut me off twice, and then we said, "Hey, one more time," and then she did it again. And after we warned her, so
yeah, and
it's
when
called
she left,
boundaries.
you can take yourself home, and that's
Yeah,
an
it's-
emotional reaction.
No, listen, it's a fact reaction. She can leave, physically get up and leave
I'm
because
talking about the afterward.
don't call me off.
comments.
Once again, see, I told her the rules. The producer, I told you many times. See, you're talking about girls have hearing and they don't pay attention, right? I told her before the show, if you talk over Myron, the rules is you will get booted out. And what happened? She didn't follow the rules. It wasn't emotional.
Moral of the story, we didn't even get to hear all the answers to the question because they got uncomfortable. So y'all tell me, what's so hard about this question? Why is it a bad question? Answer it for me, guys, because I don't get it. You stink. You smell like cow ears and pig feet.